Hey, what's up, everybody? Zach back. Thanks for tuning in. And today I have another interesting episode for you guys. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Well, first of all, I would like to go over what happened with the markets yesterday. It seems like they rebounded nicely, and S&P is up 1.6%, Nasdaq's up almost 2.7, and Dow Jones is up about 0.7. And my notable picks that we've been calling out, and if you've been following along on the live stream this past weekend or just on Twitter, you will have seen us picking these stocks and making a decent amount of gains. The first one is CCIV is yesterday or just today in general is up 21%. ACTC is the one that is the little Easter egg that we talked about on the live stream. It's up 10.8%, and Reggie's up 10.4%. So if you guys are not subscribed already to the blog, just go to the bottom of the page, any page on my website, and go ahead and enter your email address right here, and you will get email notifications when there is a new analysis out. And of course, subscribe to my Twitter for all of the live trades we're doing for different entries, exits, different amounts that we're trading. And these are the real trades that I'm doing with my own portfolio. Speaking of which, today was a good day. We are up almost 7.5% with $46,000. Thank God it's rebounding. We were considering a dip about 3 to 5% for a while now, so it's not a surprise that it did that. And luckily, we bought the dip, and I hope you guys bought the dip with us. All buying the dip, all making money. I've actually bought the dip on every single time since the COVID-19 lows. And here is an overview of the positions that I entered into today. We got some ACTC, and these are actually selling the covered calls. I bought ACTC 100 shares and then went ahead and sold the February 19th covered calls. It's about $100, but I think overall we're just going to keep doing that and stacking the cash. So selling these covered calls, ACTC, ARCG, THCX, Solo, Tesla. You need 100 shares of all of those to be doing that. And I did some of those I bought yesterday, as you can see, topped up to get the 100, and then went ahead and sold the cover calls. It's not a lot of money, but compared to how much it costs, it's not bad. Solo and THCX is about 6% just for one selling covered call, and that was mid-February, so it's only like 2 weeks away. So it's not bad. It's not bad. Just keep stacking the cash. This is a long-term game, guys. We're not going to get rich tomorrow. It's a long-term plays for selling covered calls. But anyways, the big best is Tesla, but that's really expensive for 100 shares. But I had some of those already, so it's not as bad as it sounds. But still, that's a decent chunk of my portfolio now. But luckily, I can sell the covered calls, which was $915 that I got for selling that yesterday, and that is an 875 strike at February the 5th. So that's only it was 4 days till expiration. So tomorrow it'll be 3 days till expiration, and just pocket $915. And we could do that every week. Try to get about 8 to 1,000 every week. I mean, it's a decent little salary. You could do 2 weeks out, and to get a little bit more, but especially if some of these pop up on that day that you're doing it, if the underlying pops up, then these premiums are going to be more expensive, so you could actually get more. And if we get a sign, we get a sign, whatever. But I did at 875 we got 3 more days, and currently Tesla is what? Tesla's trading at 840, so it's up a decent amount yesterday, but hey, it is what it is. So we still got 875, so if it hits our 875, we're going to be selling it. We also could roll it. So, for example, if it gets close to our strike and we really don't want to sell it, we could actually buy back the position, buy to close, and then we could sell another one a little bit further out in strike or further out in the expiration date. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on. I got 4 for you guys to add to the watch list today. Let's go over them one by one. I think these could be interesting, but the first 2 specifically are going to need a little bit of time to pull back so we can get a better price. All about getting good deals on these, because there's just so many options we have. Anyways, this is FUN, spelled with a PH, so this one is much better than FUN. and it's located in Austin, Texas, which is one of the coolest cities. So just for those reasons, I'm buying it. No, actually, that's not right. But pretty much that's how Reddit and Facebook and Twitter are acting right now. I couldn't find any fundamental reason that this is going up. And this was actually pointed out by one of my followers, and it was up 50% pre-market today. And I mean, that's just so much. So I looked into it. There's literally no fundamental reason that I can come across that why it's rising. It finished up 22% for the day. So I mean, if you guys know something that I don't know, please let me know. I would appreciate that. But so far, I even found this article. You can link to the article in this paragraph right here. And it literally is saying on Reddit, Facebook, and Twitter, a group of people launched fund buying campaigns in order to increase the price of shares. I mean, this is just a meme stock, I guess, but it's not as memey as GameStop or BlackBerry or the other ones that are banned. And this one is not banned on Webull. And actually, none of those meme stocks are banned on Webull. So, link in the description if you guys need a Webull. If you're moving on from Robinhood, I would totally recommend that. Go ahead and hook me up too, because that's really going to help out this channel. But nevertheless, it is what it is. So it's hard not to look at these meme stocks now because they're just going up so much. But it's past the time for GameStop and BlackBerry and Nokia for me. We actually called out AMC and Nokia on this channel before they went on a bull run. But yeah, so we're in on this one. It's a little bit late to the party, but wait for it to pull back. And let's just see. This one is no rush. I put a risk of 4. I probably should change that to 5 because this is a meme stock after all. But it's cheap enough where it's going to be okay, I think. At $2.50, I think that we could buy 100 shares, 200, 500 shares, whatever you want to do. It's a little bit risky, so just be careful. But 100 shares is $250, so I don't think that's really risking all that much. But let's go ahead and look at the option order book. See if there's any interesting plays that we could do option-wise, and there is none yet. Okay. Let me know what you guys think about that, though, in the comments, and if you agree with my targets and entries. I put a target of 30. Oh, sorry, that's not right, guys. It should be 3.5 and 2. I'll have to update that, my bad. But nevertheless, just go ahead and look at this graph. These are the correct numbers. When I add that to my watch list, I'll update it. All right, next, moving on. Let's go ahead and go over Kong. This was also pointed out by one of my followers, so I really appreciate you guys doing that. Yep. All right, I put a price target of $21 on this. I think that's pretty reasonable. It was almost up to 20 a couple of days ago. Entry is 12 if you can get it cheap. Risk is a 5 because this is still a small cap company. Don't go too much on this and keep a tight stop loss because it is a small Chinese company. Although with the rising of the middle class, I think that a company like this, which is basically it's an online app that will connect Chinese car buyers with different financial institutions to get loans from, or dealerships, or just different things like that in the car industry, like even repair and stuff like that. So this is interesting, and it's based in Shanghai. So I did a little bit of digging into it, and I think this could be good, although it's not very popular right now. I'll be honest with you. So be a little bit careful on this, and I'm going to keep it short, a close stop loss at around about 1050, something like that. And I think that would be pretty safe. I would go ahead and just buy comments on this because it's a little bit more risky. But nevertheless, it is what it is. That's how we make money. Get in on it before everybody else does. So I think it's I think the Kong is a good pick overall. So thanks for sending me those, guys. All right, now moving on to a little bit more interesting for me. This is Star Peak Energy, STPK. This is a SPAC that will merge with a battery storage management company called Stimming. So basically, they're all about the different charging, the energy storage, battery, stuff like that. So this one, I really think it's going to double up. Current price is $33, but I think it could pull back. So I'm going to wait for it to pull back into my buy zone around 25. I'm a buyer. And I'd cut probably around 22.5, and then buy back eventually. but I definitely think this one's gonna. I think this one's gonna double. Why? Because this one is really undervalued compared to Blink or even SBE, which we have a position on right now. So if you're into SBE switchback, which is going to merge as well, which is another spec. But if you guys are into those type of plays, this really could make a decent profit on. Let's go ahead and take a look at the options order book on this. Star Peak Energy. This one's going to be interesting though. So yep, here we go. And I don't know, I put it about 2 to 3 months, could hit 45. I think that's realistic. Really, we would just be waiting on the news and stuff. But we go out 74 days, 45. We could play it safe at 40. It's a little bit expensive, but that's just because it's gone up so much today. It's literally up 23%. So remember, guys, I said if the underlying goes up on that specific day, then these premiums are going to shoot up a lot. But if you wait for a day that it goes down, like like last Friday, then that would have been a really good, or even at the beginning of the market open on Monday, those are good times to get into these options. But anyways, if you get it at $40, then the break even is going to be 47 because it says it's a 17. Is that accurate? Let's refresh. It's pretty expensive. That would cost us $1,700, but like I said, wait for this to pull back. Yep, break even percent. Oh, that's a put. That's why. Sorry, guys. Yep. Okay, not as expensive as I thought. So the break even is actually going to be 45. So that is our target price. I would set a limit for this by the 40. This is 74 days till expiration. Strike of 40. So the break even is 45, and break even is about 37%, which is fine. So if you go up 2 levels. On this one, it is selling for 577, and if you go down 2 levels, it's 10. So I think this could easily double. Once it's in the money, then it would probably triple. But I would start taking profits earlier, of course, to get a couple of positions if you can. If you have a low account balance, try to get 1 because I think this is going to be good. However, like I said, wait until it pulls back into my buy zone because it's gone up way too much today. And we need to get a better price on this and the premiums to be a little bit cheaper, in my opinion. All right, but overall, that's a good play. Anything electric vehicle, anything to do with that is going to be interesting, especially with the Biden administration. All right, and then the last one on the list is GEVO. I guess that's how it's pronounced. But GEVO. This is a renewable fuel company, and this is going to be my little Easter egg, just like the ACTC was yesterday for someone close to our president. But anyways, this is a renewable fuel company, and if you've been following my write-ups, you will know that I am very bullish on these because of the current administration. But this one, the co-founder of this company, Francis Arnold, was named to the President's Council of Advisors of Science and Technology in January. So this just happened, and as you can see on the chart, it gapped up on the day that was announced, but it has pulled back. So I think if it pulls back a little bit more into the buy zone, I think this is an excellent play. Let me go ahead and look at this over on Webull. All right, so this one's 1160 right now. If it pulls back a little bit, I'm definitely a buyer. Probably get 100 shares, or maybe no need to do that. Maybe we could just do some options. Overall, I would probably get a little bit dated. And I set a target price at 16 on this and entry around 10. Not as risky as the other ones. This is a 4, but again, I mean, only it's a 4, not a 5 because of the relationship for of the co-founder and the president. So this could be a really interesting play. ACTC, I would probably say, is a little bit better, in my opinion. I would be a little bit more interested, but it doesn't matter. Both are good. So here we are at calls. 16, I mean, strike of 15. The break even is going to be too high, though. It's going to be around 20 something. So maybe even get a little bit lower. So if you did that, it would be about $17, $18 break even. Right, yep, 1770 break even. So this could be interesting. I mean, and you have 109 days, so 3.5 months, I think that I would be interested in doing something like that. If you want to play it a little bit safe, which I don't really see any reason not to, you could go ahead and do the $10 one, which is $5.75. It's not that big of a difference. Only $55 more you could do that. $55 more per contract. So anyways, that's what I think about that one. I mean, no, we don't really need so much explanation. I have this article right here if you want to read about it. It's on fool.com, and it talks about the IPO valuations and the Biden administration named Francis Arnold co-founder of Science and Technology. So it can be interesting, but overall, this company is poised to break out, in my opinion, because of the industry it's in and the current administration. Just my take on this is get small positions on a lot of those. So just diversify across the entire industry. Obviously, you could go into ETFs as well, but we can be a little bit specific. But anyways, and then lastly, I wanted to go ahead and take a look at ACTC, just in case you missed that on Twitter or the live stream, which I do a live stream once a week every Sunday night. So tune in and we talk about some different Easter eggs I throw out and different stock picks that I'm not posting everywhere on Twitter or in the blogs and stuff. But also take questions and anything you guys really have to throw at me we can do. But anyways, let's go ahead and go over ACTC. So we called this one. Sure enough, it's up 11%. So hopefully you guys got in on it. I sure did. So we're making money over here. I'm still interested in getting more. I just bought 100 shares actually at 26, and I went ahead and sold the covered call at a strike of 35 for February 19th. And hold on one second, and I got $100 for that, for the premium. So if we go ahead and check back in on that February 19th, $35. Yeah, it's actually a little bit down, so we're definitely making money. We sold for $100, and right now we would only get 95. So hey, doesn't really matter. You guys can still do that. It's only $5, but overall, I think it's going to be good. And if this does appreciate to $35, it's just a really win-win. That's like 30% or something like that. But I definitely see this one as a big profit potential because of the Secretary of Energy has a $1 million stake in ACTC, and this is an ACTC could, in my opinion, be the best shot in getting the huge government contract to electrify all of the 645,000 federal vehicles. And they do buses right now, electric buses. So, I mean, this is going to be a really interesting play. I really cannot wait to see what happens with this, but I'm not going to be surprised if this doubles. I'm probably going to go ahead and add this to the watch list. I need to write that down. But now that you guys, my followers that are paying attention and turning on the notifications and tuning into the live stream and watching these videos, but especially the live stream, you guys are going to know first about these. And you will already be up 11%. I want to go ahead and give a shout out to Keith, because since he's been following along, check this out. He is up almost 74% since he's been following along and tuning in. So if you guys go ahead and give him a shout out as well, go ahead and like this, comment. I retweeted it on my Twitter. Make sure you're following along. Turn on the notifications to Twitter. Subscribe to the blog, everybody, which remember is at the bottom of this page. You get email notifications. You'll be the first ones to know about it. And don't forget to hit the like button. It's really going to help me out for the algorithm. Go ahead and share this video. And remember, guys, we will do another another live stream next Sunday. So I really can't wait to hang out with you guys more and take any questions. All right, guys, see you on the other side. Peace.